What if I told you the biggest retirement mistake isn't running out of money, it's retiring without a plan? Many people spend 40 years preparing for work, but only a few months preparing for retirement. They know when they want to stop working, but they don't know what happens after the paycheck stops. So let me ask you, how do you know when you're really ready to retire? Is it when you turn 62, 65, 67, or is it something else? Today, we're going to look at 6 signs that may tell you you're ready for retirement. We'll talk about money, we'll talk about Social Security, we'll talk about purpose, and we'll talk about the emotional side of retirement that almost nobody discusses. Because retirement isn't just a financial decision, it's a life decision. Welcome back to Money Smart Basics. My name is Alphonso, and here we keep it simple. We break down money so you can make better decisions. Let's get started. Sign number 1. You know your retirement number. Let me ask you a question. If you retired tomorrow, how much money would you need every month? Not how much you want, how much you actually need. Many people have no idea. They know how much they earn, but they don't know how much they spend. That's dangerous, because retirement isn't based on income, it's based on expenses. Think about it. If your expenses are $4,000 per month, and your retirement income is only $3,000, you have a problem. But if your expenses are $3,000 and your retirement income is $4,000, you're in a much better position. Retirement planning begins with understanding your numbers. Do you know your monthly expenses? Do you know your yearly expenses? Do you know which expenses will disappear after retirement? Do you know which expenses might increase? Healthcare, travel, entertainment, home repairs. These questions matter. Before you retire, you need to know your retirement number. Story: James and Linda. Let me tell you about James and Linda. James was 64. Linda was 62. James couldn't wait to retire. Every day he counted down the months. One day, Linda asked him a simple question. "How much do we need each month after you retire?" James laughed. "I don't know. We'll figure it out." That answer scared Linda. So they sat down with 12 months of bank statements. They added everything: mortgage, utilities, insurance, food, gas, medical expenses, subscriptions, everything. They discovered they needed almost $5,500 per month. James was shocked. He thought they needed closer to $3,500. That one exercise changed everything. Instead of retiring immediately, they delayed retirement for 2 more years. Today, they're retired comfortably. Why? Because they knew their number. Do you know yours? Sign number 2. You have multiple sources of income. Here's another question. If Social Security was your only source of income, would you feel comfortable retiring? For many people, the answer is no. Retirement becomes easier when income comes from multiple sources: Social Security, pension, investments, savings, part-time work, business income, rental income, dividend income. The more streams you have, the more flexibility you have. Think of retirement income like a 6-legged table. The more legs supporting it, the stronger it becomes. What would happen if one income source decreased? Would the others support you? That's an important retirement question. The retirement income test. Ask yourself, how much will Social Security provide? Will you have a pension? Do you have retirement accounts? Do you own rental property? Could you work part-time if necessary? Do you have a side business? Could your hobbies generate income? Retirement today looks different than it did 30 years ago. Many retirees continue earning money, not because they have to, because they choose to. Would earning an extra $500 or $1,000 per month make retirement easier? For many people, the answer is yes. Sign number 3. You understand your Social Security strategy. Let's talk about Social Security, one of the biggest retirement decisions you'll ever make. Here's a question. Do you know when you're planning to claim your benefits? Many people simply claim as soon as possible, but that may not always be the best strategy. Claiming early usually means a smaller monthly benefit. Waiting longer can mean a larger monthly benefit. There's no universal answer. The best decision depends on your situation, your health, your savings, your spouse, your income needs, your family history. Retirement isn't one size fits all. Have you actually calculated your estimated benefit? Have you reviewed your earnings history? Have you looked at different claiming ages? These are important conversations to have before retirement. Story: Robert's decision. Robert planned to retire at 62. Everything was set. Then his advisor asked one question: what happens if you wait? Robert wasn't sure, so he ran the numbers. By waiting longer, his monthly benefit increased significantly. That extra income would continue for life. Robert delayed retirement, not because he wanted to, because the numbers made sense. Today, he says it was one of the smartest financial decisions he ever made. Could waiting improve your situation? Only the numbers can tell you. Sign number 4, you are debt under control. Imagine entering retirement with a mortgage, car payment, credit cards, personal loans, medical debt. Would that create stress? For many retirees, it does. Debt reduces flexibility. Debt increases risk. Debt requires income. The less debt you carry into retirement, the more freedom you often have. Now let's be realistic. Not everyone enters retirement completely debt-free, but reducing high-interest debt can make a major difference. Ask yourself, what debts will I carry into retirement? How much will those payments be? Can I eliminate some of them before retiring? What would retirement look like with fewer bills? That's a powerful question. Sign number 5, you have a plan for your time. This may surprise you. Many retirees struggle emotionally, not financially, emotionally. For 40 years, their schedule was predictable. Wake up, go to work, come home, repeat. Then one day, it stops. Now what? Who are you without your job? What gives you purpose? What excites you? What gets you out of bed? Retirement should not be an escape from work. It should be a move towards something meaningful. What are you retiring to? Travel? Church ministry? Volunteer work? Family? Consulting? A small business? Content creation? Teaching? Mentoring? Retirement works best when purpose remains. Story: Mary's second career. Mary retired at 67. Financially, she was ready. But 6 months later, she felt lost. Her days lacked structure. She missed helping people. One day, she started volunteering at a local community center. That led to mentoring young adults. That led to teaching financial literacy classes. Soon, she was busier than ever. Not because she needed money, because she needed purpose. Today, Mary says retirement became enjoyable once she found her mission. What mission will guide your retirement? Sign number 6, your family is ready too. Retirement affects more than one person. It affects spouses, children, grandchildren, caregiving responsibilities, family plans. That's why communication matters. Have you discussed retirement expectations with your spouse? Have you talked about travel plans, relocation plans, spending plans, lifestyle plans? Many retirement disagreements aren't financial. They're expectation problems. One spouse wants to travel, the other wants to stay home. One wants to spend, the other wants to save. Conversations now can prevent conflict later. Retirement should be a shared vision, not a surprise. The Retirement Readiness Checklist. Let's review. Ask yourself these questions. Do I know exactly how much I need every month? Do I have reliable income sources? Do I understand my Social Security strategy? Is my debt manageable? Do I have purpose beyond work? Is my family prepared for this transition? How many questions could you answer confidently? If you struggled with several of them, that's okay. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is preparation. Final story: the difference between being ready and wanting to be ready. 2 coworkers retired the same year. Both were 65. Both had similar incomes. Both wanted retirement. But only one was prepared. One had a spending plan, income strategy, healthcare plan, emergency fund, purpose. The other had hope, just hope. 5 years later, the prepared retiree was thriving. The unprepared retiree returned to work. The difference wasn't intelligence. The difference was planning. Retirement rewards preparation, not wishful thinking. So let me leave you with one final question. If you retired tomorrow, would you be confident or would you be concerned? The answer to that question tells you exactly where you need to focus. Retirement isn't about reaching a certain age. It's about reaching a certain level of readiness. The better prepared you are, the more freedom you'll enjoy. My name is Alphonso with Money Smart Basics. If you found value in today's video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's thinking about retirement. And remember, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much of it you keep and how wisely you plan for the future. Until next time, stay smart with your money. The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor, tax professional, or legal counsel before making any financial decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided. Investments and financial decisions carry risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results.